That was actor Gary Sinise at this year's Snowball Express. Thousands of grieving families are given a chance to join with other Gold Star and first responder families to make Christmas memories they'll never forget. The Snowball Express is funded by the Gary Sinise Foundation, and it takes the children and the spouses of our fallen heroes to Disney World each year. It's all paid for. It's such a joyous and powerful moment of healing for them.
This was my husband's badge that he wore, and it just makes me feel close to him. It's a part of him that's also with us today. I wanted to wear it today just so I felt closer to him, and he's a part of this with us as well. So it just makes me feel close to him.
Joining me now, actor and founder of the Gary Sinise Foundation, Gary Sinise. Gary, we're showing these beautiful pictures and images of families walking down Main Street in the Magic Kingdom. This is your 7th year bringing them here. Before the park opens, you have something called the Walk of Gratitude. What is that? Why is that event and this moment so important?
Yeah, so what you're seeing there, Raymond, thanks for having me. That is our final day of the Snowball Express event at Disney World. We have a walk of gratitude. We get up very, very early and bring the families to the park. We have the park all to ourselves, and we have a ceremony right there in front of the train station, and then we walk from the train station to the Magic Castle, to the castle there. And so many Disney employees just get up early and they come out to cheer the families on. They line the street, Main Street. Disney pours some snow down on them. We do a ceremony at the castle where we actually send these messages up to heaven to their loved ones, these little scrolls that each one of the families writes on. And we send them up in a ceremony. There are fireworks. And it's just a beautiful ceremony, a reminder, a remembrance of why we're there. We're there to give them hope and healing and fun and joy, but also to remember the reason that we're there, and that's because of the loss of a loved one.
Yeah, Gary, I've been there. It's so powerful. The love and the shared experience that these people alone have gone through, losing a loved one in this way, that they're missing, but yet they find camaraderie, friendship that really lasts a lifetime. And look, a year ago, you were on this program, and we talked about your son, Mac Sinise's beautiful work, his compositions. You played a little of that music, and it was only 6 days after that that you lost Mac. Tell me about what it means now to be here a year later. You've released a second album of his music. Tell me about that experience of the last year and what releasing this second album means to you.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been a year, Raymond. Just a week before he died, I was on the program with you, and I was talking about the first record that he made. And then after he died, I discovered all this music that he'd written and tucked away, beautiful music. And I decided, you know, this was just something I had to do for Mac, is to bring that music out and share it. So we created Resurrection and Revival Part 2. And like Part 1, Mac wanted all the music from Part 1 to generate support for the Gary Sinise Foundation. The vinyl record sells at the Gary Sinise Foundation, and just like Part 1, Part 2, the vinyl for Part 2, also the proceeds for the vinyl will go to the Gary Sinise Foundation to help our mission. It's beautiful, beautiful music. I'm very proud of it. I was so stunned to discover this music that he'd written. Much of it I'd never heard before, and it's magnificent. And now there's a double album, Resurrection and Revival Part 2, and all the proceeds go into the Gary Sinise Foundation. You can get it at GarySiniseFoundation.org. And you can see the videos, some of the videos from the Part 2, also at Mac Sinise YouTube. So just like with Part 1, you showed some of those videos from Part 1 last year. Just like with Part 1, those videos from Part 2 are on Mac Sinise YouTube.
Gary, I love that after serving others for so long, you've dedicated part of your time in the last year to serving the mission of your son and completing that mission. He wanted this music orchestrated. His friend Oliver Schnee was an orchestrator who kind of brought it together. And together you're continuing that legacy. What has that meant? What's the reaction you've been getting? And how has that helped you and your family in your loss? We lost Mac to cancer, a battle with cancer after many years last year, or earlier this year.
Yeah. Very, very, very difficult. He died on January 5th of this year. And, you know, I mean, the fact that I found all this music gave me this project to work on for him, to bring this music to share it. And it's been a blessing to be able to do that. I called up Oliver when I started listening to this, and I said, Oliver, I think we have another project here. There's so much music here, beautiful music, and I want you to be involved in it.
And you brought
Oliver
it together
jumped
so
on board.
beautifully, Gary. And I'm sorry I'm out of time, but I want to remind everybody, go to the GarySiniseFoundation.org. You can support Gary's activities and get the album. Thank you, Gary. God love you. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.